guys, welcome back to Araceli Chan DIY. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how I made these beautiful glam mirrored sconces. Now, I'm going to show you two different versions. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for joining me. I would love it if you hit that subscribe button and hit that bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. So today's project was actually requested by Virginia Moore, but I got my inspiration from this set of sconces that I found at overstock.com, and I believe the set was about $50. If you want to make the set, make sure you have these supplies at hand, whatever. You're gonna need 6 of these small square mirrors from the Dollar Tree, 2 of these LED candles, and then also 2 of these glass vases, and these are the taller ones. There are some shorter ones at Dollar Tree, but these are the very tall ones. And then I'm also going to be using some Totally Dazzled bling wrap. Make sure you check the link below if you want some of this wrap, and then also a little bit of this wire. I'm going to use the silver one, and then I also have these 2 these are like the dryer hose clamps. You're going to need 1 for each wall sconce. And so the first thing I'm going to do, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, you're also going to need foam board, duh. So here I'm just messing with my layout, and as you can see, I'm going to go ahead and put my mirrors a little bit away from each other. So I'm using that clamp to kind of measure out how far I want it, and I'm just going to trace it out and then cut out that piece of foam board. And you're going to need 3 pieces of this foam board for each sconce as well. Right here, I'm just tightening it up, and then I'm bending the piece at the end because I'm going to go ahead and take that off. You really don't need that excess piece. So with my needle nose pliers, I just kind of bent it back and forth and then removed it. Okay, so after gluing 2 of my pieces of foam board together, I did go ahead and make a little mark. And this is where that wire is going to come in handy, because that's going to be your, like the part that you put on the back to hang it. So I just took a piece of that wire and I pushed it through both pieces of the foam board, and then I wrapped it over on the side, and you'll see here after I get done with this part. Okay, so it's all through the holes, and I'm going to bend it over the foam board, as you can see right there, and then I'm going to flip it around and then put it through the hole again. So that's going to have a sturdy hold. That way you're not going to worry that, you know, it's going to kind of break off. And then after that, I just put a good amount of hot glue on that piece of foam board and then glued the other piece on top of that. So just so you guys know, I'm using a very generous amount of the hot glue. You guys can use E6000 glue as well, but I tried to limit how much I used in this project. Again, I don't want the fumes in my daughter's room, so that's what I'm doing there. And then here, I'm just going to go ahead and start gluing down the mirrors. Alright, so after you bling wrap that clamp, make sure that you tighten it really well onto your vase. And I mean, don't do it so tight that you're going to break it, but tight enough that it's not going to like slip out or anything like that. And this part is super important, you guys. So I went ahead and just kind of placed it where I want it, and then I marked where the piece, like this part that you screw in, I marked it on the foam board, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out the first 2 layers of the foam board. So I just went ahead and cut it with my X-Acto knife and then peeled it out with my needle nose pliers. Alright, so before I do anything else, I went ahead and just wrapped it with bling wrap to hide the foam board and to hide all the edges. And I realized too late, but this part right here, I actually, in that hole that I made, I put a good amount of E6000 glue, and then on top of that, some hot glue, and I just pressed that in there. So like the piece that you screw in, that went all the way inside of that hole. And then after that, I just reinforced it with like a ton crap of my hot glue. As you can see, I just keep going at it, and I just want to make sure that this thing is gonna go like hold on really well, because of course I don't want my glass to fall and break all over the place. So as you can see, I put hot glue on top of hot glue, but most importantly, it was the E6000 glue that I put inside of the hole. And then just on this part, I took a little bit more E6000 and I just rubbed it a little bit onto the glass, and then also put some hot glue. And the reason I do the hot glue is so that it dries fast and you know it can hang, but the E6000 glue is for bond. And then I just put that lighter on the side so it doesn't roll. And before I even hung this thing up, I let it sit for 24 hours. And then those empty spaces between the glass or between the mirrors, I went ahead and put some bling wrap. And this part I got from my friend Mona Lisa. She did it in one of her projects. So to avoid looking at that sticker and seeing the reflection in the mirror, I took some bling wrap and then I just covered the bottom of the vase. So I actually only ended up making one of these because I got an idea for another one and I wanted to share it with you guys, and I needed the supplies. So you can actually use 2 of these clamps if you really want to. That would be really good reinforcement, but I just used the one. Alright you guys, so this is the final look on this one. I actually really love how it looks. It's super simple, but it just looks really glamorous. I messed around with it a lot only because I wanted to make sure that I was going to have something really sturdy for you guys if you wanted to try it out. So I hope this works out for you, and I hope you enjoy it. And then for this next project, it's super simple. You're going to need the 3 pieces of foam board, 2 or 3 of the mirrors, and then if you're going to make a set, of course, you're going to need 6 mirrors, 2 of the vases, and then 2 of the LED candles. Anyways, right here, I just went ahead and started gluing down my mirrors, and I only did 2 on one piece, and then I cut that out. And after cutting that piece out, I went ahead and doubled up on the foam board. So I glued the mirror part on top of another piece of foam board. The rest is really self-explanatory, so make sure you guys pay attention and you watch all the way through so you don't miss a step. I did finish off the vase with another piece of bling, and I feel like it just brought everything together. I am going to be sharing with you guys some more glam on this channel. I know there's a lot of you that really do enjoy these type of videos. I feel like my house is going to slowly become like a rustic glam feel because I do love the shine of this stuff. So stay tuned for more of those projects. As for this one, I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you leave me a thumbs up. Leave me any comments down below, and before you leave me any questions on what I did and what process I took, make sure you guys watch the entire video because I may not always get to your comments, okay? With that said, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one.